This is Jim Green of JMR Systems, and I will make a quick demonstration of the different methodologies in using a tool library in GibbsCAM. GibbsCAM allows you to save off files that have specific information like just tools. So for instance, one might have all your threading tools in one file. And if so, you can come over and have multiple sessions of Gibbs open. And with the session open, you can go over to that file if you're going to do threading on a part, and you can get the tools and copy them. So each tool has a name here, and you could have these logically laid out. So we need a 10 thread, so we'll just go Control C or Edit Copy. Go back over to the awaiting file and click in the tools and go Control V or paste. And that brought in all the information that we have on that tool. So that's like pulling a tool out of a library. And many customers have all their tools that they use in one file, and they call it all tools. If we go back over to the file here that I saved, I call that all threading tools. We could also have a file called all grooving tools. So if I open the all grooving tools up, if I had grooves to do, this would be one way. It's not the way I recommend, but I wanted to show you that there are many different ways of saving this information and reusing it. So now I pick the grooving tools that I'm going to need on here. Again, each one probably would have a name. These are, some are ID and some are OD. We could arrange these for OD at the top, ID at the bottom. It doesn't matter where they're saved because I'm going to paste them in the right order anyway. So I'll pick the two tools that I need with my Control key held down, copy them to my clipboard, back over to my awaiting file, click in here and paste them. And then if I want to put them in turret positions, I can drag and drop. Throughout Gibbs we drag and drop. So that's one way of managing tools. A more sophisticated way, which is what I recommend, would be to set up a tooling library. And this can be set up by either drawers, like you have it in some companies, where they keep their tools sorted in different drawers. Or you can set the directory to a more general approach for milling and turning tools. This can be any folder on your network or any folder that you want to share, or it could be a local folder. Some of my customers keep tool cabinets, and as a matter of fact, Gibbs actually gives you several tool cabinets, most of them being milling tools. But here I'm going to set a folder up, a more generic folder. And now if I go through here, you can see they have lathe processes. Some people like to sort it by different materials. It's your choice. It's just a matter of Windows folders. I'll go back and set my directory back to the Mott directory. And now this is a way that perhaps you might like to do it. Now let's import a file and get one of your parts. It tells you on the import that there are 72 surfaces in this file, and this is because the file has teeth in it. When the file is brought in, it's oriented. If it's not oriented, it's quickly oriented by Gibbs, easily oriented. And if we go to our cut part render, we actually see the current definition of the stock and how the part fits within the stock can be visually displayed. And we have quarter cutaway, full cut, half cutaway, and full part. And now if we use the process approach, for instance, if we need to face and rough this, we would go over to our processes folder and we would get an external tool. Let's say we use an 80-degree facing tool. That brings that right out, and now that tool is ready to be associated with this part and the machining of it. And likewise, you can just bring in the tools one at a time, or you can do the process work there. So we could bring in another process, the threading. Say it's a UN threading pass. So this is the preferred way, because with this also brings in the feeds and speeds of the tool, how you like to use that tool. But you can also use it just to bring in the tools and then have a custom process for each tool that you've imported. So those are the two basic ways. They're very customizable. Once you define a tool one time, that definition and nomenclature stays with it forever. And again, if you save it as a process, not only do you save off the tool nomenclature, the tool ID, and where it's stored, but you also save off the feeds and speeds and its intended use. Thank you.